Welcome back, one on all, to Sly 2 Band of Thieves. I am the Dark Seraph. Hush, bird. Last time, I did not get water. Last time... Oh, bitch. Don't be like me. Don't be unprofessional. Have your bottle of water close by for when you need to have a drink. Anyway, last time... we had cleared out Chapter 7. I was doing a little achievement hunting in my own time. Trophy hunting, I guess I should be saying. Whatever. This time, Chapter 8, the finale. Anatomy for Disaster. Never gets old.
There we were, heading east across the Atlantic Ocean, stowaways on a giant airborne fortress. Though time was short, we made sure to study up on our unknowing host, Arpeggio. While attending a prestigious boarding school, the young Arpeggio excelled in all subjects, but he never managed to keep up with the other boys physically. Sadly, his wings, due to their small size, were useless for flight. Furious at his feeble body, he focused his powerful mind to search for a cure in the works of the Italian Renaissance masters. Their notebooks provided the springboard for this sinister young genius, and it wasn't long before the Claw Gang took him on as chief inventor. His talents must have been at work repurposing all the clockwork parts for their criminal schemes, and now this mastermind is in possession of all the parts. It's only a matter of time before he puts them back together, and when that happens, well, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Sly Cooper and the gang in Anatomy for Disaster. Yeah, now, first things first. New gadget, new power-ups. Temporal lock. Temporarily freeze time around guards. Not particularly useful. Diablo Fire Slam. Similar to the Raging Inferno flop, when you slam an enemy down, you create a flaming AoE around you. It's not bad, but you'll likely never use this. Feral Pounce. It's a long jump. It's not awful. There are clues and bottles in this area. You can see one right over there. We'll go get it in just a minute. Collecting all the clues and bottles in this area will grant you the Shadow Force, or Shadow Power, something of that nature. It's an invisibility power, and I'm just going to tell you right now, it ain't worth it. Because, be real. 3, 4, 5. Make me a steel omelet. Breaking 5 of those eggs around Arpeggio's blimp will grant you an achievement. Now, as I was saying, the clues and bottles, like, it's just... at this point in the game, you will never be using the last gadget power-up. I don't care that you're turning invisible. You're not going to use it. Like, if you just want to go run around this place and grab them all, you can. There's no one telling you you can't or you shouldn't, but there isn't much of a point. That's just all I'm gonna say. Don't be like that. I guess I can show off Feral Pounce. Against that one. Like I said, it's not bad. I don't want to use Microsoft Edge. Fuck off, Windows, with that. Big old chicken nugget. Like, I won't lie. Yeah, watch out for the jetpack, guys. Yeah, they'll burn your ass. Oh, and see how he lived being burned? Yeah, that's what you're going to have to deal with now. Guards are a lot tougher. Well, I'd say a lot tougher. That's a bit of an exaggeration. A bit of a stretch. But they are tougher. There's a clue in a bottle up there. It's a little tricky to get, but it is doable. There's a cheat code you can put in the pause menu to give yourself a high jump. You might use that, or you might just come back later with Murray's high jump and get up there. No judgment. Or you might see if you can use the feral pounce. Well, you might be able to make it work if you can get high enough. This is a cool area. I do like it. A massive floating airship is just a cool design. There is loot to collect here. There are treasures. Small chicken nugget. Still rather large because, you know, chicken nuggies aren't supposed to be that big. I'm going to keep calling them chicken nuggies. I wonder if that's bugging anybody. Keep in mind that the first episode's only just gone up, and I need to post the second episode, actually. Yeah, I'm this far ahead in recording. So, any comments that I'm getting, which are none thus far, are kind of wasted. But I would still appreciate them. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know, it's just something you can do. It is Christmas Eve when I'm recording this. But no, this is just a really cool design for a hub. Oh, by the way, you can walk on this. It counts as a solid floor. It hurts you if you jump on it, so don't, but, you know, you can. Oh, he's got some loot, and I want loot. There's only 2 variants of guards I've noticed. Jetpack birds and walker birds. Another small nuggie. Oh, give me a break. I want your shiny loot. But I also notice that they're just the same guard. It's just the walker. They're all the same bird. It's just your tougher flashlight guards are in some kind of walking mech unit. Big old chicken bar. Like, that's just something to point out, not really a criticism, not just an observation. It's kind of neat. All the birds Arpeggio employed are incapable of flight, much like himself. That's a neat detail. Even if it is just kind of a lazy excuse to want to use one model, it's a good lazy excuse to just use one model. Oh, for God's sake. I know I'm dawdling. I'm just poking around. I'm trying to get that fucking clue and bottle right there in the center because it's kind of a pain in the ass. And I know I just said that the vault power here is worthless. Well, it's not worthless. It's not a bad ability. It's just pointless. Because at this point... Oh, there's a clue and bottle up here. That's cool. But because at this point... What good is it going to do you? A big old gold bar. I mean, a chicken bar. It's a chicken bar. Actually, give me a minute. I'm going to look up a cheat code really quick. It's bringing up the pause menu. You can use up and down to input cheat codes. The Tom from Toonami distraction item does work. But there's no point in using that. But I did put it on screen during the mission where I brought it up before. Apparently you need 100% completion to get the high jump. But I'm going to try it. Right, left, R1, left. Well, it just made a sound, so... Yeah, it didn't give me the high jump. It does require 100% completion. You will get a Mega Jump gadget later in this episode for exactly one mission, but... You know, I want that clue and bottle. So that's something to bring up. I'll probably link you to the webpage I was using to get the cheat codes. It's an IGN one, so take it with a grain of salt. I know IGN has not been worth anything in quite a long time. Give me your loot. A large necklace. Oh, for God's sake. I'm already a third of the way there for all the clues and bottles, so whatever.
My instruments have picked up large magnetic fields radiating from inside that blimp. If Arpeggio's already started reassembling clockwork, that's where you'll find him.
Sounds good. I'm on my way.
Don't waste any time here, Sly. Get to the blimp and take some recon photos. To build a plan, we need to know how close they are to reviving clockwork.
Relax, Bentley. I've got it under control.
Sly, you could have a bit more urgency, that's all I'm gonna say. These 4 towers you see around will be relevant later. Just something to point out.
calm down, Bentley. He might be in one piece, but he doesn't appear to be, you know, alive. Let's stick to the format here. How about some recon photos?
You're right. We need to be informed to create a plan of action. Try to get a shot of Clockwork's head, a mech egg, and one of those spinning magnetic inducers. They seem important to the procedure, but stay away from the guards. If you get detected, we won't have time for a second chance.
Yeah, don't get caught.
These magnetic inducers seem to be holding the Clockwork parts together.
Well, look who's there.
I'm sensing radioactivity from inside those mech eggs. I wouldn't get too close.
It is possible to press up against here and get a shock. It's a little weird to pull off, but it is possible, or at least it was on the PS2 version. As you can tell, the guards have glowing butts, so you'll be needing to pick their pockets a little later. And the silent obliteration power will be useful here.
Clockwork appears completely inanimate. We still might have a chance. Sly, I'm detecting voices from the front of the blimp. I think it's Arpeggio.
Actually, I think this would be a Zeppelin.
Neela? Neela's here too!
Yeah, it needs to be from this angle, which is a little dumb.
There he is, the mastermind behind this blimp and the source of all our problems. I can't believe it!
I can!
She must have been working with Arpeggio all along!
Really makes the comment from the Contessa sting all the
I don't need to
more.
study those photos to see the writing on the wall.
Such a pity when an officer falls from the light.
Yes, indeed.
Clearly, Neela and Arpeggio have conspired together to rebuild Clockwork. And it looks like they're dangerously close to realizing their goal.
Look, Bentley, I know it's not your style, but I need a quick plan of attack. Try to think of a way, any way, to stop Clockwork from getting reassembled.
Well, those magnetic inducers seem to be holding the parts together. If you reverse their polarity, it should pull Clockwork apart. Unfortunately, the inducer speed control station is locked down tight. Pickpocket keys from the 4 patrolling guards to get at it. Then you'll need to manually reverse the polarity of each inducer deck at the top of their rotation.
Consider it done.
I would recommend getting this one stationary guard first, because he's going to be a pain in the ass. Once you've done that, I would recommend this guard over here. Say nothing about your friend being missing. He doesn't matter. I don't remember if these barrels can move. They cannot. They're just a hiding spot. And there's the last key.
down the spinning inducers.
Yeah, I'm working on it, Bentley.
Now that the inducer decks are spinning slower, get up there and reverse the polarity of each deck.
Simple enough. Jump up on top of clockwork here. And wait for it to come around. Just like, well, I'd say like that, but actually land on the fucking platform. Climb all the way up. And right about here, go ahead and jump for it. Now, when you've done that, just do it again. The ones that are having a blue radiation from it is the one you want to go for. Once you've done that, they come up the other side. Rinse and repeat. Any day now. Well, that didn't work.
What's all this then? The magnets have been reversed. But, by Jove, it seems to have locked the clockwork parts into place. Excellent.
Sly Cooper! Of course this would be your doing.
Of course it is.
Ah, Mr. Cooper, no doubt you believed a reversal would pull the old bird apart, eh? But it seems to have had quite the opposite effect. I'm truly grateful. When fully powered up, I'll join myself to its circuits and be born anew!
All this because you can't fly. You're pathetic.
He is.
Immortality! Immortality is what I seek. The other Claw Gang members were much too short-sighted. They were satisfied using the clockwork parts to drive their various trivial schemes. But not me. No.
Like counterfeiting, brainwashing, drug trafficking, I mean spice trafficking.
To life eternal.
So, what? You had Neela put me on the scent back in Cairo, and then waited while I stole the parts from the other Claw Gang members. All the while not arousing any suspicion that you were behind it all?
You make it sound easy, Cooper. I had to carry your pathetic gang through that
Oh,
first
sure.
set of heists. I was overjoyed when Arpeggio let me toss you in jail. I could finally go after the parts myself.
Ah, but acquiring all the parts was only half the equation. Think, Cooper. What kept Clockwork alive for thousands of years?
He was fueled by his
Thousands?
hatred for my family.
How far back does the Cooper lineage go?
Hatred. Putting his gears and wires together was child's play, compared with accumulating that much hatred.
You can't make people hate.
Oh, my poor naive boy. My meticulous mind has found a way. As your hippopotamus friend will attest, spice consumption makes you both angry and susceptible to hypnosis. The Contessa, hypnotist extraordinaire, devised a way to command people through the use of flashing lights. I've created this blimp.
It all
a massive
connects.
transmitter of those precise light frequencies. The only problem I faced was finding a suitable source of light waves.
The Northern Lights. You've been collecting Northern Light energy so you could hypnotize everyone beneath the blimp.
Ah, hypnotize those who'd eaten food covered in illegal spice. Thank goodness for Dimitri. Through his nightclub, he got the whole city to consume the spice.
You're going to Paris to unleash a hypnotic light show of hate. That's outlandishly cruel.
Cruel, perhaps, but necessary to give Clockwork his spark of immortality. Ah well, my new body awaits me. Be a dear, Neela, and keep him covered. Ta-ta!
Stupid Arpeggio. I double-crossed the Cooper gang, Interpol, and Carmelita. What made you think I wouldn't do the same to you?
Really makes that comment sting.
This is preposterous.
So how does Clockwork
Protégé,
work?
Not
Like,
the
do
next
you
candidate for my
pilot him?
immortality. I demand you exit the Clockwork frame or...
Well, he's dead.
Behold!
That was murder.
Dracula is born!
That was cold-blooded murder.
As we all know, things are looking grim. Neela has joined herself to the Clockwork frame, and the Union has produced Clockla. She's out and free to terrorize the world. This blimp is still in motion to Paris. I can only assume Arpeggio's autopilot will activate the hate hypnosis light show. If that happens, there will be no stopping Clockla. She'll be immortal. But we still have a chance. In her new form, she'll need to draw a lot of energy from this blimp's engines to stay strong. If we can disable the engines, that should be enough to weaken her to a state in which we can attack. Getting at these engines will require all three of us to work together in perfect harmony. We've pulled off some tough jobs in the past, but they were just the warm-up round for what we'll be going through tonight.
Yeah, that's not a good one. So, actually, I'm going to let Murray go first. I can show the new one off, but that is a job for next time. Join me then on Slide 2, Bandit Thieves, as we disable engines. Because that's not a terrible idea. I'm the Dark Seraph, signing off.